In this video, we're going to talk about how you can delete a transaction that is linked to an invoice or bill. I'm on the banking tab. Note that I have a deposit transaction here of $5,000. And when I go under the drop-down arrow and choose Edit, the delete is grayed out. Let's look at another transaction down here and note that delete is available as an option. The difference is that this transaction is linked to an invoice, and I can see that here. What that means is this $5,000 is applied to an invoice that I marked as paid. The reason might be that someone handed me a check and I might need to undo this pending transaction if, for example, I was made aware that that check would not be honored. So let's go look at it from the invoice side. Over here, here's our $5,000 invoice, and note the status of matched, which means it is matched to a bank transaction in that same amount. So let's go ahead and go through the steps of unmatching and then deleting that transaction. What I'm going to do is open the transaction just by clicking anywhere in the row, and I'm going to click on this little red X here, and note that now that customer field here has disappeared, and when I open it, delete is enabled. So I can go ahead and delete this transaction. I'm going to click yes. And then note that by editing that transaction over here on banking, by unlinking it, I also edited the status of the invoice. So now that same invoice that was in a status of matched has reverted to a status of unpaid. So that process is the same for invoices where you've recorded an inbound payment against them, and bill payments where you may have a withdrawal transaction that you need to delete.